to learn English with Dr. DK. So I hope I am going to see many of you today. So as you know, today we are going to start our English speaking practice from the beginning, right? From lesson 1. I know many of you already know some of the information we will be learning in these lessons, but it's always a good practice to go back and review the already learned information. So let's see how many of you are going to be here. If you are here, just say hello, hi, good morning, or good evening. It's evening in India. So it's a different time and the different parts of the world, right? Okay, so today, first of all, before I start teaching you any lesson about English language, I want to teach you some of the strategies. The strategies are always very helpful. And there are many strategies. Sometimes you might gonna feel it, oh, I'm not a little kid, right? But when you are learning a language, many strategies works for all age groups. It doesn't matter if someone is little or older or adult or teen, but the strategies works, and especially in a language learning. So I'm going to share one of the PowerPoint with you, and then we will talk about it. So in the meantime, if I will feel like you might need a practice with me, and then I will paste the link so you can join my Zoom class. So I'm just keeping it a little bit open, but not like a very open for the whole session. There are some reasons behind it. The one is the disturbance, because when you are in my Zoom class, and sometimes there is a lot of disturbance at the back end where you are sitting or maybe at your place. So I might gonna let you join, some of you, for a time period if I feel like yeah, let's practice together, okay, the language. So let's share the PowerPoint. So this one, as you can see, is our beginning English lesson 1, June 14th. So today we are starting our first lesson. So I want to talk about the strategies. So the first one, these strategies can help you learn to use and understand the English language. Listen actively and try out the language. So even when you join my classes, that's what I always talk about it, even yesterday, that don't get confused, don't get nervous, because just need to pay close attention when you are practicing the language. So, and then you need to repeat sometimes the same way. So listen actively with the present mind, without fear, without any stress, and repeat it. Like, for example, here is one example. If you are listening someone, and then you can copy the tone, right, and the words. So, way to go, Rajan, fantastic catch. So you can speak the same way. Way to go, Rajan, fantastic catch. So I know these kind of copying might gonna be a little odd to you, but it's always a wonderful practice. Okay, so that's the first strategy. listen and copy. Yes, I know sometimes you might kind of feel that other people will be looking at you and were like, oh, what's happening to him or her, right? But it's fine. It's not you need to scream or yell, but you still, in a lower voice, you still can practice. Okay. So the next one is, so what you need to do. So in the first column, as you can see, what to do, you repeat what you hear. So there are some examples out there. Hi, I am Sam. I saw your van and your cat. So you can repeat the same language, right? Hi, I am Sam. I saw your van and your cat. And the next one, recite songs and poems. So if you are listening any songs in English, listening any poems in English, just try to recite it. My parental family tree. No father, no mother, 2 sisters, 1 brother. So you can create your own family tree song. Right? So it's just a one example, but at the same time, you can create your own songs about food, about family, about nature, and then you can practice. Okay. So, for example, here I have another one. The next one, this one, I created it for my family. So, my family tree. This is my family tree. 1 husband, 1 son, 1 daughter, and then there is me. 4 of us together make up my family tree. So this is my family tree, right? So you can create your own family tree. You have brothers or sisters or grandparents in the family. So you can create your own. Okay. So the next one is, again, listen to others and use their language. That is very effective strategy. Very effective strategy. You hear, when did you know that your book was missing? And then you say, I knew that my book was missing when I got to class. So if you look at this one, in the question, you find a lot of wording, a language in order to answer that. So just listen to others and use their language. Okay, that is also a good strategy to practice the language. Then the next one is ask for help. The best strategy, always ask for help if you don't understand something. Do not be scared to ask for help. Okay, I know sometimes it's a cultural that people make fun of others, but I think the change starts from home. That's what it is, right? So if we all can change our mindset, then it can happen in any culture. So try to change it. It's okay. It's a language. It's not measuring your intelligence. This is just another language. So ask questions about how to use a language. Did I say it right? If you said something and you're not sure about it, right? Did I use that word in the right way? Which is correct? Bringed or brought or bought? So, like, you can clear your doubts, right? If you don't understand something, you can clear your doubts. Hello, Manisha. Good to see you. So we are talking about the strategies, how you all, including me, whosoever is learning English as a second language or any other language, the strategies are pretty much same. right? Now, another way, ask for help. Use your native language or English to make sure that you understand. So, example, wait, could I say that? Could you say that again more slowly, please? So, if someone is speaking fast and you don't understand, it's okay to say that person that please repeat it. And you can request that person, could you say that again more slowly, please? There is no harm to ask. Now, the other options. Does violet mean purple or Jamuni in Hindi? Right? So you can translate some of the words if you don't understand. There is no harm to using your first language. Yes, I am not in favor of using a lot of translation, but for your clarifications, right? Just to make it clear to you that whatever you are learning in a correct way, right? Or you are learning correctly. So you can use your first language. But I will always discourage you, or I will always not in a favor to use a lot of translation for each and every word, because you cannot translate each and every word in the same format, okay? Because English sentence structures have sometimes a different format than your first language. So I know sometimes students, they waste so much time on asking the questions which sometimes are not, the answers are like the specific correct answer is not there, because English is a weird language, believe me or not, but it is a weird language because sometimes, for example, the word house and the plural is houses. But if you look at the mouse, the plural is mice. Now you're going to say, why it's not mouses and why house is houses? No one has that answer because that's the way the language is formed, right? So that's why I always encourage you, please do not get too much. It's kind of like a complete waste of time when you just want to know the each and every word's a reason for each and every word. So do not look for that because it's just a language, and go with the flow. Okay. Now, is enormous another way to say big, right? So, I mean, these are just the examples. Okay, so the next one. Use gestures and body language and watch for them. Now, gestures, movements of the hands and the face expressions, right? So gestures are very helpful in language learning. So use gestures and movements to help others understand your ideas. So for example, I will hold up 5 fingers to show that I need 5 more minutes, right? So if I don't know how to say it in English, I will say, please, 5 minutes or just, okay. So, I mean, just an example that you can use the gestures. Now watch people as they speak. The way they look or move can help you understand the meaning of their words. So if someone is saying, let's give him a hand, and they start clapping, that means give him a hand means clapping, right? So that's why I always say, observe very closely other people when they are speaking the language, because a lot of information you just pick from the observation also when you are observing very closely, right? Okay, so the next one, think about what you are learning. And this is actually happened yesterday in our Zoom English speaking class. 100%. This was the situation when we were reading the article, right? We were reading about cavemen and about their paintings and what they were painting all around the world. And they all were painting pretty much same thing. Now, when I ask you the questions, you need to focus on what information we are learning and about who, right? So ask yourself, and then so start posing questions to yourself too. Are my language skills getting better? How can I improve? Was it correct to use they when I talked about my grandparents, like singular or plural, or I'm talking about feminine or masculine, right? A male or female, or a living thing or non-living thing. So singular, plural. I mean, ask yourself the questions instead of asking others. If you ask more questions to yourself about your language learning, English language learning, or any other language you are learning, start asking yourself the questions, you will find the answers by yourself. And when you find the answers by yourself, those answers are going to stick in your brain. Okay, you will be able to retain that information, and you will make less mistakes, or you might not gonna make that same mistake again. Okay, so again, closely observe your language closely. This is, in other words, is a self-assessment. Assess yourself by yourself, right? Without any other out person's interference, or without any other person's help, right? Because when you are, and how it works, because especially when you are learning any lesson, any new skill, and then practice. That's what I always encourage you to practice. Even when you join my Zoom speaking class, I always say, finish this class. I'm not saying right now, but later on, maybe another day, review the whole Zoom session and listen everyone's participation and everyone's contribution, and try to find their mistakes and try to find your mistakes and try to find, okay, this person said this, I think I can add this much information in this answer in order to make it more specific or more clear or more higher level answer, right? So you can play with the language while you are listening or watching, right? And again, taking notes, very helpful. Okay, so hi, let's see, Shubham Sinha, good to see you after a long time. Shubham, how are you? So okay, so I mean, my purpose is to make you independent learner. Okay, because I do not want you to be dependent on others for everything. Because when you are dependent on others, that means you still need that support. जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, बैसाखियों का सहारा, वो आपको छोड़ना होगा. So try to be your own teacher. Try to be your own language assessor, your own judge, right? Because when you are learning, and if you are paying very close attention, then you will become more confident. You will become more efficient, right? You will be more, but don't, please don't try to have like what you say, overconfidence, because it's always bad. Less confidence and overconfidence, it's always dangerous, right? But be confident. Yes, hi, Mr. Designer. Okay, so that's what we are practicing. And tell me, do you think, is there anyone already using some of the strategies what I am talking about right now? Or do you think that, yes, if I will try, I might gonna be successful, right? So that's my point. I always say in the beginning, when you are, because you all are on different levels, your English language skills varies, right? Some of you might think you are just like kind of like entering level or beginning level or lower intermediate or bridging, or you all are on different levels, and you know more about yourself, right? So that's why I want you to become your more, assess yourself, assess your skills, right? And have a short-term goals and stick with those goals. It's not like I want to become fluent. Okay, yes, everyone wants to become fluent, but are you trying something different? Are you assessing and looking at like, okay, I tried this strategy, but this one I think is not working for me, or let's try this one, right? Something like that. So I mean, you have to do a lot of homework by yourself too, right? And the second thing is, if you watch any video, I'm not saying watch my videos, I mean any lessons, uh, practice after that. That's important. Not just watching it passively, uh, and because that's what the brain research is. When you listen something, you feel like you understand everything, or you know everything, or no, oh yeah, I learned a lot. Because I see sometimes comments when people watch the videos and then they write, oh, I learned this today, learned this today. Yes, good. But if you're not practicing it, and that's the research says that after 1 or 2 days, you might not going to have even a 5% of the information you learned. But while you are learning, while you are listening, you feel like, oh, you learn maybe 80% or 90%. But no, uh, that's not the fact, okay? Because you are not able to retain that information if you are just learning it passively. And I know some students sometimes say, ma'am, I, uh, I'm not used to take the notes or something. But I'm not saying write everything. I'm just saying any unfamiliar words when you are learning something, try to write down those words and try to form the sentences with those words, or even whatever the information. For example, yesterday when we were learning about art, so you can write down about whatever you remember about it, right? And then use some of the vocabulary words from that particular article, or from particular any news you are reading, or particular any story you are reading, and then use that vocabulary. That's the way you can have your passive vocabulary, and it's going to become yours. It's going to be your property when you are using it. When you know how to use it in your writing, when you know how to use it in your speaking, when you know how to use it uh, when you are reading and understand, that word is yours then, right? No one can take away from you that word, those words, right? So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so the next thing, now what is the next one? Let's go back and move to the next one. So the next thing, this is again the same thing what we were talking about yesterday. Think about what you are learning. Keep notes about what you have learned. We already talked about that. Use your notes to practice using English. So how to ask questions. I can start a question with who, what, where, when, how, or why. What will the weather be like today? I can also start a question with do or does. Do you have my math book? Right? So, I mean, these are the simple, very, very simple strategies, but very effective strategies for language learning. Okay, so now we are going to start our first lesson, and this lesson will be about pronouns. Okay, and yesterday someone was asking me about to be verb. I know many of you get confused with to be because it's the first verb in English language learning, be verb, right? Okay, so beginners lesson 1, the grammar skills, personal pronouns, and we will be learning be in a present tense. Okay. So I know grammar is not everything, but grammar is a backbone of the language, right? So you can use the subject pronoun. That's something very first thing. And noun, I always say noun means name. Just keep in mind, name of everything around you, or even whatever you are wearing, even including you, right? It's noun, name. In the same language, your language also name, noun. So, but pronoun, as you know, we use at the place of the noun, right? Instead of using name of a person, we use it what? A pronoun, right? So let's talk about, and these are the vocab words. Now keep in mind, when I'm teaching you this lesson, these lessons are from the beginning level. We are not doing advanced right now because I want to move on stepwise. I do not want to jump like a back and forth, because then again, if you are on a higher level, this is a good review practice. If you are on a lower level, this is a good practice, of course, right? So everyone will get the benefit. So even already learned information will help you to become more fluent. Okay, so the words are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. These are the pronouns we use. Now, for example, hello, I'm Dr. DK. I'm an educator. Right? Let me introduce my students. Hi, Rohit. So he is Rohit. Rohit is businessman. He is handsome. Right? So he, Rohit, boy, as you know, masculine, he, right? And so, good morning, Reena. So she is Reena. Reena is beautiful. So now if you see, we use nouns and we use adjectives. We're going to talk about that later on. Now here, hey girls, more than one, they are students, they are friends. So, and what about you? You all are English language learners. Okay. So, personal pronouns, they replace a noun. The subject pronoun is used as the subject of the sentence. There are singular and plural subject pronouns, right? And I is always uppercase. Keep in mind, wherever you are writing I and it's using as a pronoun, never write it in a lowercase if you are a writer. And then you, he, she, it, and the plural form, we, you, and they. So, okay, the next one is be present. And someone saying yesterday was asking me in the chat. So be is a verb. Keep in mind, that's the first verb in English language is be verb. Okay. And be is used on a different levels. But when we are using it on a beginner level, I will just say is, am, and are, right? The level 1 in the beginning. So be is a very common in English and it's used with a noun or an adjective. So for example, with a noun, you can say Rohit is a boy, is, be verb, right? And then with adjective, Reena is beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful is not a noun. Beautiful is describing Reena. Rohit is tall. Tall is an adjective. It's a describing word. She is short. Who is short? Reena is short, right? He is handsome. Handsome. We don't use handsome for girls, right? And we don't use beautiful for boys. So keep in mind. I'm fine. We are smart. So you see how we can use the be verb with the nouns, and we can use be verb with the pronouns also. Okay, so then as you can see, I am and you are, he is, she is, Dr. DK is, it is. We are, you are, they are. But when we speak, now here, I want to tell you one more thing about here. When you are writing, especially in writing, when you are writing informational text, in informational text, you don't use contractions, okay? But when you are speaking or when you are writing stories or you see novels, you see a contractions, okay? So that's very different because when you speak, you mostly use contractions. So instead of saying I am, you say I am. I'm Dr. DK. I am, right? I am. I am. You are. You are. Not you are. Okay? Not he is. He's. You are. He's. She's. It's. We are. You are. They are. Okay? So they are. They are my friends. She's my friend. He's my friend. Like that. It's faster, right? A little bit faster. Okay? So is there anyone who wants to join and practice with me the contractions? If you want, you can join for a few minutes and then we can practice the language, okay? And Priyanka, whenever you have any questions, I will say write down the questions and then ask me at the end of the session like we had yesterday, but you didn't ask me and I forgot to, right? Because there are so many things going on and everyone has different questions. So if anyone is interested to join and practice the contraction, you can join me for a few minutes and we can practice the language. So now let's move on to the next one. Okay. Okay. So, okay, Sunita and Muhammad Ayan. Who wants to start the practice? Who wants to talk about in a contraction? Hello?
Good
Yes.
evening,
Who
ma'am.
wants to try to speak? Tell me about like I am, and then talk about maybe someone at home, and then he's, okay. Hello, Sunita, are you there?
हाँ जी मैम. Good evening,
Anyone
ma'am.
wants to practice? Anyone wants to try the language? Okay, Mohammed. Oh, Harun, try. How are you gonna say with a contraction? Use contraction. Say, Muhammad Ayan. You're gonna say,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, you're gonna say, I am Harun, or you're gonna say, I am Harun. How are you gonna say?
My name is Mohammed Ayan, I think.
I am.
I am. I am.
I am. I
I
am.
am. I am Muhammad Ayan.
I am. I am.
Right?
I am. I am. I am. You are. You are. He is. She is. It's.
She's Sunita. She's Sunita, right? So like that. We are in class. We are in class. You are in this class. They are in the class. So you see how you, so contraction. Not they are, not we are, you are. You have to speak it like quickly when you use the
You are.
contraction.
You are. Is. She's. It's. You are. They are. We are.
Okay, so I know this one is a beginner level lesson. Now here, so I have some words here, like the sentences. So in the short form, it's contraction. Everyone say contraction. We write the
Contraction.
pronoun or question word together with the verb be, like am. So please keep in mind, this be is a verb. It's the first verb in English language is be verb. Am, is, and are. Many students are confused with this, but first verb in English language, I am, she is, are. We do that by dropping the how we use the contraction. So by doing what? By dropping the first letter, right? When we make the contraction, am, here, for example, if I say I am, like I am, right? And I'm gonna drop, what I'm gonna drop here? A or M?
A.
Yes. So instead of saying I am, I will say I am.
I am. I am. I am.
So next
I
time
am.
if you want to tell about yourself, you can say I'm Sunita. Don't say I am Sunita, right?
I am. I am. Sunita.
Okay. So how are you gonna? Okay. Okay. I want you to use this first one and then use the second one, and let's see the difference. Okay. Muhammad Ayan, try the second one.
Rohit stall.
The first one, are you reading the first one?
Ma'am, the second one. Ma'am, first one. Rohit is tall.
Now use the contraction and speak this one.
Rohit stall.
Rohit stall. Rohit stall. Right? Okay. Use the second one.
Reena is beautiful.
Okay, now use the second one.
Reena's beautiful.
Okay, you're gonna speak it quickly. Okay, Reena's beautiful.
Reena's beautiful.
Reena's beautiful.
Reena's beautiful. Reena's beautiful.
Reena's beautiful.
Okay, Asunita, try the third one.
We are fine. We are fine.
Okay, the second one. So the first one is we are fine, right? The second one is we're fine. We are fine.
We are fine. We are fine. We are fine. We are fine.
We're fine. We're fine.
We are fine. We are fine. We are fine. We are fine.
A is like a contraction. Okay, we're fine.
We.
Okay. The next one, Muhammad Oyan.
Yes, ma'am.
Try the next one.
Weird.
Try this one.
It is a ring. It is a ring. It's a ring.
Yes, it's a ring. So this
It's a
one,
ring.
it is a ring, but when you are
It's a ring.
contraction,
It's a ring.
It's a ring.
so okay, so first this one here. I just want you to try. It is. This one
It
is,
is.
and this one is it's.
It's.
Okay, it is it's. So it is a ring, it's a ring. You see the difference? It is a ring, it's a ring, right? Okay, so the next one, you are amazing.
You are amazing.
Okay, how are you gonna say it quickly?
You are amazing.
You're amazing. You're right. See
You
the-
are. You
You
are
are-
amazing. You
You
are
are
amazing.
yes, you're
You
amazing.
are amazing. You are amazing.
They are happy.
They are happy.
Okay,
They
are
are
happy.
happy.
okay, here, listen to me. I just want you to pay attention only on the pronoun and the be verb. That's it. Forget about the other nouns. Just pay attention in the
They are
be-
friends. They are friends. They are friends. They are happy. They are
This one
happy.
here and
Rina is beautiful. Rina is beautiful.
so
We are
Rohit
fine.
is-
We are fine. We are fine.
right. Okay, Sunita, Rohit is now
Rohit.
Rohit's. You see the difference? Rohit is Rohit's.
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 It
Okay.
Rohit is Rohit's.
Yes. Reena is Reena's.
Rina's.
Rina is Rina's.
Rina's.
We are
We are fine.
We are weird.
here. It
Weird.
is.
It's.
It's excellent. You are
You are.
You are.
no.
You are.
You are.
You are.
Yours.
You
Yours.
are.
You are.
Yours.
We are
Yours.
They are. They are.
There's.
There.
there. There. There.
We are.
Okay. Yes.
We are.
There. They are there. They're friends. They're happy. Okay. Do you understand? Okay.
Yes. ma'am.
One more time. Rohit is Rohit.
Rohit.
Reena is Reena's.
Rina's.
Try your name. Rita is Muhammad.
Yes,
Muhammad.
ma'am.
Try your name.
Sunita is Sunita's.
Sunita, Sunita's. Sunita is Sunita's. Like that. Okay. Do you understand? Is this
मैम
helpful?
मैम बस कंफ्यूजन होती है वो यार पे कंफ्यूजन होती है
We are.
weird weird
Where?
weird
Where?
weird weird
Okay. So
weird.
yes. So इसमें वो कोई अमेरिकन और इंडियन इंग्लिश या ब्रिटिश इंग्लिश का नहीं है. It's just how you speak. You speak differently.
मैम
than-
वो ये प्रैक्टिस से हो जाएगा
Exactly. Yes. Okay.
Weird.
This is just a writing practice. Copy sentence, write the underlined words in a short form. For example, he's a man. So how are you going to change this? He's a man, and how are you going to change this? What we
He's
draw?
a man.
Yeah,
he's handsome
he,
He's
yes.
handsome.
Instead of saying he is, he's handsome.
he's
Right.
handsome
He is a girl.
she is beautiful
She's.
She is beautiful. They
they
are.
are friends
They are friends.
they are students
Yes, they
They
are.
are friends.
They are friends.
you
they are,
are English
students.
learner you are smart
You are.
You are.
you are
Okay. So I just want to keep it under 1 hour. So the next one is just how you exchange the greetings, right? Hi, hello, hello, Roberts. What's up? We use these kind of languages, right? How are you? I'm fine. Are you doing okay? Yes, I'm okay. See you later. Goodbye. So I just want you to maintain like the language pretty simple. Do not make it very complicated. Whatever you are learning. So, uh, Harun, you're gonna ask Sunita. I know she's older than you, but you can say hello, Sunita D, or just Sunita G. How are you? How are you gonna say that? Use this one. Act out this scene. Or Sunita, you want to start and ask Muhammad?
Hello, Muhammad. How are you?
Fine.
I am fine.
Yes, okay. Are you fine? I am fine. Are you fine? Or I am good. Are you good? You can
I
use
am good, you too.
you can use any words, is right? Nice to see you or nice to meet you, right?
Nice.
I am fine too.
I
See you.
am
What
fine too.
do you think here? What we can have here? See you.
See
See you.
you.
See you later, right? See you later. So you
See
use
you later.
so as you can see, we already talked about that we use he for males and we use she for
He
females.
for males and she for
Sure.
females.
She will mail.
Females. And I hope you all know this, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, yes, so this is another one. The pronoun can be a subject and
Gent.
it
Yes.
happens to be a noun. When you talk about one male, you use he. And when you talk about a female, you use she,
Use she.
right? So for example, Tyron paints, he uses bright colors. So he, it's a boy. Jenny shapes a vase. She uses clay. Like for example, here you can see she's a girl. He paints, she shapes.
Shapes.
Now avoid these problems. What is the problem? Tina is in my art
My
class.
art class.
She
He
draws.
draws cartoon. Tina
What is,
is in my art class.
what is the mistake here, Sunita? What is the mistake?
मैम फीमेल है she आएगा he की
Exactly.
जगह.
She is a female, so it's a feminine, right? So what we use is she. Tina is
She.
in art class. She draws cartoons. Jeff likes photos. It takes many pictures. So what's the mistake here?
It
Ma'am,
की
it.
जगह पे it की
Ma'am, it
जगह
की
पे
जगह
he
he आएगा.
आएगा.
Exactly, because we use it for what?
It
Animals
मैम
and things.
non things होगी कोई भी.
Yes. And one more thing, please remember, not only for, not for all animals we use it. Because sometimes
Yes ma'am.
we use he or she
Or
also.
she. Yes ma'am.
When we use he or she for animals, who can tell me? When the animals are your what? Your pets, right? Your pets. If you have like a dog at home, the dog is like your family member, right? Because some people,
Yes.
they keep the pets, they keep them like their family members. Or someone have a cat or a turtle or snake. Believe me, here people have all kind of pets. And they, even lizards are pets too. So
Oh.
they have their names, right? So they don't say it. They say,
Oh.
if it's a female, they say she. If it's a male, they say he, right? So that's the exception, right? That is an exception in the language. And in every language, exception is there, right? So they use it he or she for their animals also. Even some people, they have even cows or buffaloes, they give them names, right? So
Yes ma'am.
yeah, so he or she, yes. It's not always like that. Mm, okay. Is there anyone has any question about this lesson? Anyone? I mean, this was a very first lesson, very simple lesson. It's a beginner's lesson, but it's a good review. And I will see you tomorrow. Again, I'm saying, and you will have the Zoom sessions Saturdays and Sundays. Those sessions will, I will continue those sessions where we will be practicing every Saturday fiction, and Sunday we practice non-fiction.
Non-fiction.
Yes. So if any student is watching at this time from home, you are very welcome to join. Those sessions are 100% free for students, and you all are welcome. And one more thing, please, I am here to guide you, and I am not judging your English language skills. You should not be scared to try the language, right? Be confident. Be confident, because confidence is very important. Again, I'm saying not overconfident that you know everything, and not less confident that you don't know anything. So be your assessors, assess yourself, assess your skills. And uh, good evening, MD Arshad Ansari. Good to see you after a long time. So Saturday and Sunday, but these classes will, I will try to continue as many days I will, but then yes, we will be taking these lessons up to the advanced level. But I just want to start this from the beginning, and I do not want to give you a lot of information in one lesson, because I want you to practice whatever you are learning, practice and retain that information and use that information in your everyday life, right? So Harun, I have one question to you. Did you talk about the lesson you learned yesterday? Did you discuss that lesson with your friend or with your dad? Did you try it?
Ma'am, with dad.
You did? Did you tell him what did you learn?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Excellent. So did you feel that, yes, you learned something today, you accomplished something today, or you learned some new vocabulary words today? How did you feel about that lesson?
Ma'am, I feel like I have knew something better.
Yes. So you felt like you are improving your language, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And it comes with practice. It's not going to happen in one day. That's what I always say. Please, I mean, yes, some of you might not gonna like my that very like I will say honest answer, but the language practice, it takes time. It takes time. And yes, you improve gradually, just say up ramp, you go high, you go gradually. You cannot just, but again, I'm saying, practice is very important, and practicing every day and paying close attention, paying very close attention towards your learning, and try to avoid the rote learning. Rote learning means जो रट्टे मारने वाली learning है ना, उससे please आप थोड़ा stay away from that. I know many of you are in that kind of learning, because that's a very common method of learning many contents in many countries. But that's not the best way to learn, because when you ask the questions to the text or ask the questions to yourself, then you learn better. And then that information is going to give you the confidence. That information's going to gain your knowledge, and it will stay with you forever. No one can take it away from you. Okay. And again, I'm saying, don't be scared to make mistakes. I'm not saying celebrate your mistakes or purposely make the mistakes. No, my point is come out of your fear, come out of your comfort zone, right? And I know because many of you have a lot of stress about to get a job or to get in a in a college or to compete, because the competition is on a very higher level. But even then, even by facing all those odds in life, if you just stay back and think about it, and then process everything calmly, and then try to learn the good strategies, right? Then you can learn in a better way. Okay, whatever I'm telling you, I'm not telling you the information from the books or something. Most of is from my teaching experience with my 35 years teaching from India, from America, as a student from India, as a student from America, and as an educator, as a mentor of many teachers. I mean, all that experience. And now my experience with all of you on YouTube. When you join my live sessions or my Zoom classes, I am learning about you. And based on all that experience, I'm telling you, build more confidence in yourself, please. That's very important. Yes, Satya Narayan Singh. I will be here tomorrow because you are very late now. I'm going to end the session in 1 minute. But Satya Narayan Singh, tomorrow you are welcome. And then my sessions are every Saturday and Sunday, where I have Zoom classes like for almost for 70-80 minutes every Saturday and Sunday. So you can join that. But this class, yes, if you want to join tomorrow for some practice, I will paste the link again, but you can go ahead and review this lesson and you will learn a lot about how this class works. And I will see everyone of you, like I will see you tomorrow, okay, 7:30. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed. Okay, guys?
Okay, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank
Have
you,
a nice
ma'am.
day.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye, ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.